Alright everyone, welcome back to the third round of the Grand Slam London tournament. And after one win and one loss, I am currently in number 12 out of 17. So this round I'm playing Jarek. Let's get to it. I still feel a little bit bad about forgetting about CAA in the last game against Anton. I really should have remembered that. Maybe I should start using a card tracker, but I feel like it's too much hassle. But yeah, it is definitely better, you know. Easier. But we'll see. I'll practice a bit before I use it in a tournament. Right, Soviets, and an okay hand. Okay hand. Don't know what the headline is. What is the headline? Olympic Games? I told myself I would stop headlining Olympic Games, but right now it feels like maybe the best choice. Or blockade, but he will have something to throw at it. But then, yeah, if he's holding, I feel like blockade is better used next turn, and there isn't really anything I need to hold on to, so maybe I'll hold on to blockade. He is doing that kind of setup, and then Suez Crisis is actually quite a good headline, so I will do that. Okay, Marshall, well. Right, so it still doesn't really stop it. If I had a 4-op now, I still think I would have killed Italy. Because even if I just get into Italy, then I have access to France as well. But now I'm not so sure. Like, what's a coup with East European look like here? Not good. I mean, then we have the China card, but then it's pretty much 5+. Yeah, no, it's not a good call. Let's not do that. Then what do we do? Norad goes to space. I hold blockade, I think. Olympic Games in Iran. Nice. It's not a sentence you say every day. Olympic Games in Iran. Doesn't happen that much. As in real life, I mean. Comes a big, strong nuclear test ban, and it fizzles. Lovely. Okay, where do I coup now? I think I'm gonna go. I mean, if I have to use Formosan, it's not ideal. But I think I do. I mean, I could also just give him an influence in France, but I'd rather he filled France up himself. But I'm gonna have to use it sooner or later anyway. Maybe I'll just use it. But then Formosan, I still have to play Formosan too, so. Nice. Rolling really well so far. defectors, nice. Alright, I need to spread out a bit, so maybe use East European. More ops. Not often you see that, but there you go. Is it time for space? I think it's time for space. No. And then the question is, what about the Korean War? Do I... If I play special now into Korea, and then I play the Korean War, that's probably a good way to go about it. I would like to go into India as well, but there might not be time for that. Fails too. Why didn't you play that first and then space? Anyway, let's take Korea. Okay, Asia scoring I can, 5-year planet, if I have to. We know Defectors is gone. Vietnam Revolts is a good headline, but I really don't have any ops. Oh, I seriously don't have any ops. Ugh, okay. I probably should just score this now, because it's only going to get worse, isn't it? Give him the coup. Got into Pakistani war after all. Stronku. Ooh, very Stronku. Time for Nasser, I think. Oh, hang on. Maybe not. I think I still need to defend that. I hope he doesn't have the Middle East scoring. He could well. That would be a shame. But I'm worried about Pakistan. I think if he had Middle East scoring, he would have played it by now. Or maybe he wants to keep going. But I don't think so. Nasser is unknown. There's no... No, it's just protecting Thailand. Okay, then I think it's time for Nasser. Alright, Fidel goes into space. I'm not going to space anything this turn. Maybe it's time to event the blockade. Or should I wait one more round? But then I have to play into Pakistani war as well. Let's event blockade now. If he's holding D-style, then he has to get rid of it. Or something else. We haven't seen that many, like he could be holding De Gaulle or socialist governments as well, I think. Or Warsaw Pact, Comic-Con, but in any case, he would have to. He can space again though, so there's always an escape. There comes De Gaulle. Now he goes on the space race. D-style. Discarded. Lovely. Okay, so now it's time for the Pakistani war, I think. Nice. So his, even though it kind of made me do things that I didn't ideally want to do, I almost evented everything this turn, so we'll also be eventing Romanian. But I might have tried, if I had not been purged, I might have tried for a stronger Asia Dom, but still, like, I didn't really have any ops, so probably would have tried to take Thailand, maybe. And we haven't seen Duck or CIA, so holding 5-year plan might not be the best idea ever. Oh, that was just a UN intervention for itself. Yeah, no, I'm not sure if I want to do that actually. Even though I know that Europe scoring is coming up, I do have the China card as well, so might be able to handle that. I would like to event this because D-style fuel. All right. Okay. De Gaulle was discarded. Let's attack France. He's just going to rebuild, so. But at least keeping France low is good. Yeah, both Duck and CIA. So Duck goes to space. I'm gonna have to trigger CIA if I'm allowed. I will be allowed. So. But what's the headline here? Defectors could be back. I think I'll try and get some points out of the Middle East. He's got Europe scoring. Socialists. He's not expecting socialists again. I think I'm going to have to try that. He might want to headline Europe. But we're still missing... I mean, De Gaulle is possible. We're also still missing Warsaw Pact and Comic-Con. Not that I would headline those. But... No, he does not. Defectors again. Alright. Fair enough. Okay, here comes CIA. He knows most of my cards, so... but I still have... He doesn't know about Decal. Olympic Games. That's it. So, I'll try and figure out what he has. Any of the 4-ops still out there? Don't think so. No. He's got the Warsaw Pact, Comic-Con. Yeah, of course, he's got them, so he knows about them. And they're not really that important. Europe scoring. Warsaw Pact, Comic-Con, Europe scoring. Arab-Israeli war? Yes. So he's got some ops, but they will give me stuff. That's nice. And he had defectors again, but that was a reshuffle. All right, now where do I go here? I mean, I've got the Middle East, so maybe just Libya. And now he scores Europe. I'll be holding 5-year plan again, I think. Just doing some spreading out. And I've got Decal, so I might as well do that. Maybe Burma was a bit pointless. Maybe I should have just put into Angola with that as well. Israel. It's interesting. I mean, he's holding Arab Israel. Oh, that's to play that. Well, yeah, I suppose. I don't know. And we're off the ground. I think I would have just played it, or maybe fill up Jordan first. I suppose filling up Israel, but if it's 6+, I mean, I wouldn't roll that for 6+ if you just spent 4 ops in Israel. Right, Europe scoring. Let's do this and this. So he would now fill up Israel and then roll for the war. I don't know. I think that's pretty ballsy. It's 6+, but still, it's. And he knows Middle East scoring is coming up as well. De Gaulle, okay. Alright, so he's not taking any risks with the war. Is it worth? Because if I fill up that, then if I use containment, I'll make it into a 3, so then it'll be okay. Still, is there a solution here? I don't think so. Then I think I'm just going to score it and then play containment, rather than give him 2 turns of containment. He's spacing it anyway, yeah. That's the right thing to do. Truman is gone. Should we fight over France a bit? It's been scored now, so maybe that was a bad move. But I feel like when you have the chance of taking France and stopping Europe domination, you don't get many of those. Then again, it's really easy for him to block, but if he was planning on doing something else, then. He wasn't. I knew he had that, so. Oh. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Okay, this goes to space. I can 5-year plan, Central America if I want. We can also brush war things. Brush war in Italy. Ooh, lovely stuff. Okay, let's start with. Should we start with a quagmire? Perhaps. Africa scoring. Okay. A sense of weak hand. In any case, it doesn't have to be a weak hand. It could be just a good call because he knows it's not going to get any better, probably. Okay, so that makes me kind of want to coup Mexico. Alright. D-Style is still in the trap. Okay, that does make me want to take France, but how do I do that exactly? I guess this followed by Camp David, maybe? And then I can also brush war Italy, and then I've always got Europe control. But, of course, Germany is the hardest one to take, so he is out of the trap. I'm going to do this. I hope I'm not scaring him into filling up Spain or Greece there. No, he's going for the event. Yeah, that's bad. I should have. Ooh, lucky me. Yeah, I should have definitely tried to protect Pakistan, but better. But now, let's go ahead and brush war Italy. Lovely stuff. All right. He can still get block my domination quite easily, but now at least I can get I can threaten Europe control in the late game if I have to. I can work towards that if I have to. And I think arms race for the event. Oh, is he? Five, six, seven. Yeah, I have to. I'm worried that he has Asia now. That would be a real bummer if he gets away with that. But I don't get my domination back even if I fill up India, so let's not worry about it. Let's just grab these VPs while I can. Maybe should have spaced before that, to be honest. Ah, he did, yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. I kind of left Asia. Yeah, I should have worked more on Asia to maintain the domination. Great. And if he had succeeded within the Paki War, then he would have had domination, right? Well, maybe it depends. If he took India as well, then I would have had to take India. Ooh, not a fan of that. Definitely not. Is it time for a realign? Could be. Crap. Wait, what? I had points from that. Oh my god. I was so sure that Central was going to be a tie that I just kept thinking that. Very strange. That was bad. It's 2 points, but still, I could have held on to 5-year plan for South America, perhaps. Yeah, I was as well, to be honest. Alright. Alright. I'm glad that's out of the way. And then I get South America, so that would have been perfect. Backing out. Alright. What do we do now? Brezhnev is okay, I suppose. Yeah. I think Brezhnev probably. Voice goes to space. Ask not maybe in the last round. Ah! Well, at least I'm okay then. Is it time to trigger NATO? I think so. We'll take Italy anyway. Just one more would have done it. Only a 2. 1 point. If he breaks Libya, it's 0. But he doesn't. I would have liked him to do that. Okay, so let me then take Brazil at least. And then he's going to go into Uruguay. I'm kind of glad he didn't play Nora there, since Quag is gone already. Could have been quite ugly. Okay, could coup Uruguay? What are the odds there? Well, sort of 3+, but not really. Or I could just score it before he realigns me. I think that's maybe smarter. If I had a 4-op, I might coup Uruguay there, but not with a 2-op. Salt for influence. Southeast Asia scoring is coming up indeed. Let's send this to space. It fails. 4 points from that. Not good. I'd rather not play independent reds, to be honest. I should probably overprotect Nigeria as well. It's probably more important. That just gives him a coup target, and he doesn't have any right now, so let's not do that. He can just realign me anyway. The Pope, not for the event, that's nice. And then trigger this, see what he's got. He's thinking about it. Which means it's probably not Lone Gunman. Oh, what? No, sorry. I didn't even notice he... yeah. He's not thinking about it. Yeah, that was my go already. He decided not to. I'm gonna have to overtake that, and France. I'm just gonna go one to Saudi Arabia. I just wasted 30 seconds of time there. But that was a very cheap Kennedy. Got away with it. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't really want to overprotect it because it was such a real line target anyway. I hope I can get a coup into. Ooh, ABM treaty. Defectors is in the discard, I think, yes. So ABM is going to be the headline. Puppets. Where can you go with that? India, I suppose. Yeah, that's a real shame. That makes me kind of want to go into India instead. Although, I mean, to be perfectly honest, Asia domination is probably quite far away anyway. And with, although he does have Formosan, yeah. But he can't take both of them, so, or he can if he has a 4-up and then he puts one there and one there. That'd be pretty brutal. Same time, I kind of feel like I need to get into... Maybe I should coup Thailand with this, because Southeast Asia is coming up, and if I do that, then... Oh! Anything but a 1 really would have kind of been okay, because then you would have to choose at least between these 3. Alright, so he's not going for Thailand. For Taiwan. I mean, okay, yeah, no. So I'm just going to do the coup anyway. It's nice if this comes back. I'm going to go Venezuela. Alright, I'm in South America again. But yeah, he's likely to get domination in South America and in Africa. And I'm not going to get it in Asia, and Middle East is probably going to be a tie. Europe is probably going to be a tie at +2 for me. Or +3 even. And Central, anything can happen. Got Fidel. Right, taking back Brazil, makes sense. I think Che, that would make Africa a lot less volatile. At the same time, I do kind of want to get into into India as well. I think this is more important actually. All right, looking much safer now. What about these horrible cards? What do we do with them exactly? I'm happy to hold the bear trap, I think. Right, it's time to take India. Happy to hold the bear trap. Independent Reds, not such a big deal. But it will lose me my domination. Or it could. I'll just fill up Yugoslavia instead. It's not ideal, but it's okay. And then we'll space colonial. What's that? 4 points, yeah. Not good. Really? The event? In action round 4? I suppose it makes kind of sense. But I mean, are you going for Nigeria? Venezuela? I mean, I've kind of always expected him to fill up Europe, but he hasn't so far, and if he doesn't do it pretty soon, then it won't get filled up. Panama Canal. Okay, let's do Fidel. I suppose maybe for the Milops, but then again, you could have just go to non-battleground, so. Ah, there's a strong coup. Not strong enough. It is strong enough to mess with me, though, with Panama Canal. But I mean, I'm obviously not playing Bear Trap, so I just have to eat that, I think. Try my best. Seven points, South America now. That is not good. I'm not sure if we've seen any of the African cards. I think we've seen South Africa score. South Africa scoring. South African unrest. Maybe India. There we go. But not the other one. Another coup. in Panama this time. Alright, he did manage to get a few coups in there. Portuguese Empire. Okay, so what does he have now? Let's take a look. I've got Junta. We haven't seen. No, we did see grains, I think. Yeah, I spaced it. We've seen OAS, we've seen Sadat. I got Portuguese Empire. Quag has been played. Suez got triggered. Olympic Games, I think we saw again. No, maybe not. So I might have that. I would play. It was playing that 3. Any scorings still out there? Don't think so. You're not Europe, right? No, he's playing turn 3. So blockade was triggered. De Gaulle was triggered as well. I think Socialist, I got in turn 3 again. It's not that much left. Marshall was triggered. It's a headline. Decall, I think I got that later. Yes, I did. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so not many of these cards are left. I got special now. East European, perhaps? You could have that. Yeah, I think he has that. But what else is from the mid-war? One small step. Oh no, I've got that. Liberation. And any of the Our Man, I think. We saw OAS, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. How I learned. Right, that's a few of them at least. Headline, I suppose, has to be Junta. Need to get back into South America. Right, oh man. This could be pretty big if he's lucky here. Well, okay. Asia scoring was going to be a couple of points for me, probably. Not a big deal, but Che is bad. D-Style has kind of lost its purpose. Okay, where do we go? I'm going to go with Brazil, try and coup that, and then I can coup with OPEC, or I can try and fill up some places. We've got you an intervention, that's great. I can coup with Bear Trap. Let's try Venezuela, and then I can. Nah. But I do get to take them anyway, so that's nice. And then maybe let's try and fill up Middle East, Iraq and Saudi Arabia to get some points from OPEC, because we're getting towards the late game and points are good. And we need to. Well, we're not in a hurry to space. I think I'm going to wait because he knows I have one small step. Let's event the end day because I'm going to do it anyway. Did I? Yes, I did, didn't I? Junta. ABM and brush, yeah. Alright, successful realign. Thank you. I'm thinking maybe I should go against my usual playstyle and actually spread into Nicaragua and hit Haiti here. But I want to hold on to that. I don't know if I want to event this. Maybe not. I don't strictly need to. Shuttle goes to space, but it's no hurry. Ah, special is bad as well. No, I can break it. Let's do that then. That means I kind of have to do damage control most of these cards. So then I guess Portuguese goes to filling up Iraq. And I suppose one small step might fill up Saudi Arabia. But I'll wait. I'll space first, probably. I gotta say, maybe the board state should look a little bit better by now, considering some of the cards that I've had. Last time I had a lot of ops. I feel particularly I've messed up Asia. Should be my domination by now. Oh, Billy Brandt. I forgot about him. Does that mean he's got Europe scoring? I don't feel like I have time for Europe scoring, and it's such a. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to get domination back. So easy for him to offset it. So let's do a bit of space. All right. Headline peak. He's obviously going to be spacing as well, but he just wanted to wait until I played one small step. And I lost that chicken race. Still, Europe control is very much open. Just a reformer or something like that. Okay, he's got some VPs from that. 4. So I need to. I'm not going to use this now. But it's also holding Liberation, which he has to space. Probably. Yeah, there we go. Success, too bad. Oh, and then. Yeah, there will be a coup as well, right? Well, in that case, let's coup now. Nearly forgot that. Because he does know he does know about OPEC, but I mean I don't strictly have to play for ops. It's better to be left with that than to be left with the coup. Alright. Okay. Interesting. You can just fill it back up, so no big deal, but it's an empty round for him. Should have known about Muslim. I thought we saw it. Did we see it? No. No. That was a known card. Not by me, but generally speaking. Right, 3 points for this. I'm going to have to grab those points. And now he has to coup. This is a really tight game so far. I thought it would look worse by now, to be honest, but I'm still hanging in there. But pretty much everything is tied. But he can quite easily get Africa domination, Central domination. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, of course, I knew he had that. Okay. Interesting. But also, like, a real line in West Germany? Wow, that's confusing. Not a bad hand, generally speaking. Quite a lot of good ops. This one just degrades Defcon. Do I want to try realigning West Germany? He can't get back in there, so it's pretty brutal if it works, but I'm only at +1. Might be worth a shot. In any case, I think Decol is a decent headline. What about Defectors? Where it could be out there, so maybe not. Indo-Pakistani War is quite good as well. Could be VPs and it'll overprotect India, but it's no big deal if it gets cancelled. Really? Didn't work. Do I still go for the West Germany thing? He could realign France, but it's at 0, so it's all up to the dice. I mean, we have got Africa coming as well. I think I'm gonna try with Europe. Although I only got 3 rolls now. Yeah, well. Oh, come on. Seriously? Not one? Now we could try France. Yes, sad smiley face. That's all I'm going to say about that. He's triggering that. What? Come on. Ugh. Oh, man. And then he just has to realign. That's it. He's probably not even going to... He probably doesn't even want to coup more times. Did we see Lone Gunman, by the way? Is he holding it? And I'm only now realizing. That's depressing. That I'm only now realizing. Yeah, because he never got rid of it. He's holding Lone Gunman. Oh, that's why he raised Defcon. Yes, he wants to get rid of it. And if I had cooed, he wouldn't have been able to do that. That means I get to coup twice. I might get to coup Zaire as well, which means I can afford to do this. Try to take back Venezuela. Oh, what? What about Lone Gunman then? Has he got war games as well? Could be. Huh. In that case, spacing is my only option. This is very strange. But seriously, has he? What about Lone Gunman? Does he have it? He has it, right? It's not here. Don't remember anyone ever playing it. He could be holding UN as well. No, UN was in turn 7. So he's got Lone Gunman, but he could well be holding War Games too, and then he doesn't have to worry about that. I mean, otherwise, in this scenario, you would always, if you don't have a way to get rid of Lone Gunman, you would always play it, right? You wouldn't score even if it's 5 points. The only reason you would do that is if you, I mean, he's got the China card, so he might feel a bit safe there, but still, the only reason would be if you had War Games, I should think. Which means I have to space now. I would like to go Zaire, but or Venezuela again. Oh, Zaire. And I can't space. Oh, I'm scared. Fuck. This is not enough. Well, in that case, the only thing I can do is... yeah, I'm pretty sure he has War Games, otherwise he would never do that. But Defcon is still at 3. That didn't really get me any closer to scoring Africa. I should have... No, but I couldn't coup then. Because then he would win. So I have to try and score Africa, but that was not the way to do that. But I can't take it anyway. Maybe I should have taken the China card, but that still doesn't help. But if he decides to drop Lone Gunman now, he doesn't know I have Africa. So he could, theoretically, think about dropping Lone Gunman just to be safe, and then try to... No? Right, so he's cooing. Yeah, he's definitely got it. But now Africa's 2. Oh, maybe I should have tried a realign earlier. But there's no way out of this. I mean, all I can hope is that he doesn't have it, but he definitely has it. And I'm 1 fucking VP away from... If I had not coup that first time, he would have had to coup himself, because he started off with that. It's an interesting choice as well if you really want to lower Defcon. to play that. But let's try some real lines. At least set up Africa for domination. Oh, that's just a 1. Oh man. Again, that purge really hurt me. If he's got war games, then I would have survived if I had spaced. But he's not playing anything. But he's writing. Yes, he did have it. Well, can't say I'm not disappointed by that. A lot of things could have gone just very slightly differently, and then no. Well, I did get good cards. I had decent hands most of the time, so I don't feel like I can complain too much about the luck. It was just like, yeah. And once again, I managed to not remember that he had Lone Gunman. Lone Gunman, and how I learned. I remembered how I learned, but so with that, he was safe, obviously, from Lone Gunman if he had to. But I probably shouldn't. I mean, yeah, I probably shouldn't have. I mean, I didn't think he had war games until he scored South America, which you're not really thinking. But with that in mind, it would have been. Yeah, you just said that. With that in mind, I guess evening out South America, but that requires a lot of coincidences. So, yeah, but that was the only place he had domination. But if I had thought of that, I probably should have worked more towards, like, not try and realign Europe, but work more towards Africa and try to. But that's what he wanted, right? He wanted a coup war in Africa that would have ended up with me having maybe domination. But as soon as DEFCON goes to 2, but he had to score South America as well, so he would have done that. Yeah. I mean, since I had Africa scoring, but I wasn't seeing a War Games win for him. Like, what was the point just before he scored South America? Something like, was it 0 or 1, 2, 3, something? Yeah. But also an interesting choice with Yuri and Samantha when you know you have to try and lower DEFCON. But nicely played by him, I have to say. I mean, getting out of the lone gunman situation and also then bringing DEFCON back down to without actually getting rid of lone gunman. And for the war games, that was if I'd had anything that would have given me points, but there isn't that much to be honest. OPEC was gone, Willy Brandt was gone, just a random war, and with the purge also I can space, so you knew I wasn't going to be able to do that. All right, yeah. I didn't feel like I played top notch though. I think he deserved the win. Maybe not like this, but overall, I would say it's I kind of messed up Asia. I feel like I should have had domination in Asia. Um, yeah. Apart from that, not too many mistakes. But it's always frustrating when you forget about stuff like lone gunman, especially since I forgot about CIA in the last game. But then again, it didn't make much of a difference now since he had how I learned as well. he was kind of always safe from it. And the China card. Oh well. I forget to tell people that I want to report in order to upload the link, but that's okay. Anywho, that was that. And when is the last round? It is at 5:30, so an hour from now, a bit more than that. Cool. I'll try and finish on 2-2. I mean, because there's 17 players, so someone is gonna not get to play tomorrow, which is a little bit mean. Like there'll be someone who finishes at 17 and doesn't qualify. Hopefully not me by now, but who knows if I lose this last one. Anything can happen. Right. It's always a shame when you lose games that you think you could have won, and I think this one is a game I could have won. But enough babbling about that. Yeah, I have to say I agree. I'm also surprised that he didn't put more into Thailand. Turn 1. Or was that me who was in Thailand? Can't remember. Anyway. See you later.